Okay, so I was able to put my camera down to where I can kind of see everything here. My rope was wrapped around here, so I just kind of unwound it off here. Um, Here's the end of the rope, and this was a little knot that was in here, and there's tape around it, I guess, to kind of make sure that the knot doesn't come off. So it's a good idea to tape. I've also read that another thing that you could do with your new rope is, once you tie the knot at the end, you can kind of singe the end of it. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling out my old rope, pulling that out of here. Okay, I got my new rope here. I take that off and then get one end of it. You should measure your rope against your initial rope to get a feel for how long it should be, but always leave extra room for your knots. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to measure it because I'll just kind of put it together in my handle, and then what I'm going to end up doing is when I get it to where I want it to be, then I will put it in the top handle and I can cut it off at that side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rope not through the outside hole, but through here. I got to rope my string through. Looks like I'm going to have a little trouble getting in here. So what I'll do instead is I'll go from the inside and just pull it all the way through. It might be easier that way. And just have the other end. But whichever way works. So just take this edge, which clearly has a little wax, so that's probably why. That's probably how you clean that off. So I'm just going to grab that. That's how you melt it. Put that rope through. Try to grab it there. I should bring my pliers in with me, but I have a pair of scissors here, so just grab that. And then I'll pull my rope all the way through here, and I'll tie it off at the other end. Like I say, instead of going all the way through, I could have just put the one end in this way, but I just thought it would be quicker this way. So now I'm going to tie this off. And then, as I said, there's a little wax here. So you could always kind of melt that on there, or put another piece of electrical tape on the end to kind of keep it from moving. So I don't have a lighter with me here, so I think I'll just see if I can throw that other piece of electrical tape back on here, or it's a lazy man's way of not going down and getting another piece of electrical tape. Going downstairs and getting that. So okay, so here's my, I guess I'm being green, right? Take this here, just put that down on there, wrap that up. Okay, I'll put that in there the way it was, and then as I was saying, it's got to go left, so I'm gonna go like this. And then from what I've understood from things that I've read, is wrap it around here, right? Kind of grab it in that notch. Now just spin this whole thing around until it's tight. Probably gonna take quite a few turns. That's my email coming in. Take quite a few turns here until I get it tight. Tighten it up. Got to be careful. You don't want this to swing back on you because you might get hurt, and it's probably not good for the spring either. So just winding this up, being very careful, holding it. Wrapping it up. Gets pretty tight. Get it to the point where it's slightly about to give, so it's almost to the point where it's really, really, really tight. And this is pretty darn tight. But keep that going. And they say once it's about as tight as you think it can go, which is, I'm feeling like I'm almost at that point now, then kind of line this up, this notch here with here, and then go back one full turn, so that if you pull it too much, it's not going to lock up on you. The spring still has room. Okay, so as I said here, you could put a pair of scissors or something else, or pliers, or whatever you want through to kind of prevent this thing from rolling back on you. And that's what I got there. My scissors going through, it won't roll back on me. Now I could wind the other end of the wire cord through here, and then I can run it through the top of the snowblower outside, and I can then have enough pressure here to unwind it. But I think if I put my handle on now, I can let go of it and let it fully wind back in here. So that's what I'm going to do for a moment, because I got another handle that came with the kit that I got. Even though you can use the stock one, use the one that came with the handle. That's what I'm really going to do. But just for the time being, I can do that. I can let this go so you can see how I think I have to have this through here, but I'm not positive. See what happens when I turn this back. See, the rope is going in, and I'm good to go. So now when I pull my rope, it's going to be doing what I want it to do. Okay, so now I'm just going to have to put it back on the engine, take this part of the rope up to the handle, and I'm good to go.